Hey YouTube, how you doing? My name is Laurie Williams, aka the K9 Diva. So I've been on social media, mostly Instagram and TikTok, and then I moseyed on over here to YouTube, and I'm like, I think this is I think this is my people. I really think. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. So, hi. And you will definitely be seeing a lot more of me here because I feel like I can get real here. I feel like I don't have to put up any false pretenses. I feel like I don't have to really try to like trick any algorithms and, dance and, try to look cute. Although I do look cute. But I don't have to try, you know? I can really just be me and get real with you and talk to you guys because you are the most important thing to your dog. You. You. No one else is as important as you are. No dog trainer, no, really no one, just you. The veterinarian. Yeah, I mean, I could just, anybody else that's in your dog's life, you're the one who's most important. No other dogs, you. So, I wanted to start off this very, very, very first part post revealing a secret that most dog trainers don't want anyone to know. In fact, I think most dog trainers would be angry that I'm giving away this little secret. Well, guess what? No training is absolute. No dog trainer knows anything 100% for sure. Every dog trainer, including me, is doing what they think is best based on anecdotal evidence from their experience, based on science, what science says. But one thing I will say, dog training, it is a science, but it is a very, very imperfect science. Dogs are so different. People are so different. Environments are so different. Circumstances are so different. So there are no absolutes. So when this dog trainer is acting like, I know, I'm the one, I know, I can fix your dog, which, guess what? Dogs aren't machines to be fixed. But we'll talk about that on another post. But today, all these dog trainers acting like they know and they're the authority and only their way will work. Nope. They are winging it. Now, having said that, that does not mean it won't work because it very possibly could work for you and your dog. But that doesn't mean that it is an absolute. That doesn't mean that you couldn't work with 20 different trainers who all have different methods and techniques, and 10 of them might work for you. The other 10 might not. Maybe only one works. Maybe 5 work. Maybe 3. Point is, there is no one way. There just isn't. And, a lot of dog trainers want you to believe that. My way works. My method works. But they don't really know. They're winging it. I promise you that. Now, I will say this. You can do a lot of studying in addition to your anecdotal evidence, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You can do a lot of practicing of your technique, of applying your method, and that's a good thing. So certainly, some dog trainers are definitely going to be better at applying their method, their techniques than others, 1,000%, just like some teachers are better than others. But as I said, even dog training that may be based on scientific evidence studies, it still does not mean that that's going to be an absolute and work for your dog. No. And the ones based on anecdotal uh, evidence, based on what that trainer's personal experience, that also doesn't mean it will work for your dog. So, what does all this mean? Like, who cares? What does this mean? What it means is this: you should never feel bad or feel like something's wrong with you or your dog that a certain method, technique that a dog trainer had you do did not work for you. Never feel bad about that. Never feel bad about that. Because you know what? There may be another dog trainer that what they advise you, what they teach you, what they show you does work. It's really kind of like you just have to find the right fit for you. So let me give you a couple of helpful hints on what you want to look for. Number one, has that dog trainer worked with dogs that are very much like your dog? Now, this could be breed, of course. This could be energy level, activity level. This could be size. This could be temperament, right? There's a lot of different characteristics that dogs have. So, does this trainer have experience with dogs similar to yours? That's number one. For instance, if I have a small terrier and I go to a dog trainer that has Malinois, German Shepherds, Border Collies, and you have a little Jack Russell Terrier or West Highland White Terrier or a Scottish Terrier, and they've never really worked with a small terrier before, take that under advisement. You might want to search for someone who has a lot of experience working with small terriers, short-legged terriers. And you know, you get a lot of dog trainers that I work with all breeds. And yes, most dog trainers will work with all breeds, but that still doesn't mean that they have a lot of experience with certain breeds, certain sizes of dogs. And there's no shame in that. I don't know why dog trainers feel like they have to be like an expert at every situation, every behavior problem, every type of dog. I don't know why they feel that way. I mean, even pretty much all professions have specialties. Pretty much all of them. You know, when you don't just go to a car mechanic. You will go to someone who works on engines, someone who does body work, and someone who does detailing, someone who does, works on internal combustion or whatever. I don't know car terms, but you get what I'm saying. They got specialties, right? Of course, lawyers, some corporate law, criminal law, tax law, right? Doctors, okay, we know that. We know doctors have all kinds of different specialties. So why do dog trainers think that they have to be a specialist in everything? I never quite did understand that. Well, I do know why that is, but that will also have to be another post on something called imposter syndrome, and we will talk about that. I got so much stuff to tell you. In fact, basically, this channel is going to be dog trainer confessions, really, because there's so much I can tell you. And, and why? Why would I tell you these things? I think you need to know because, like I said, I see a lot of dog owners that really feel like they are the ones that are failing their dogs. They're failing their dogs because, what a dog trainer advised them or taught them or showed them just didn't work. So they think that they were the failure. Stop that right now, because that isn't even, if by any stretch of the imagination, does not mean that you were a failure. Not at all. So I really feel like I want to talk and give the real deal to dog owners And that way you'll have an easier time wading through all these dog trainers because there's so many. Just on social media, there are so many dog trainers, many of whom are saying completely different things. So who do you believe? Who do you pick? It's really kind of like a needle in a haystack, which brings me to the second thing. How does that dog trainer make you feel? Do you feel like a failure? Are they talking down to you? Do they not want to answer your questions? Are they abrasive? Are they welcoming? Are they able to establish a rapport with you? Do they make you feel good? Do they nurture you? Do they encourage you? So these are all things that, you know what? You're allowed to pick someone that makes you feel good about what you're doing. You don't have to go with anyone that makes you feel bad. So that's another thing that I think people should really take into consideration. Because my final thing is, and I'm going to do a whole post on this one, but did you know that dog trainers do not have to have any license or certifications in order to be a professional dog trainer? There are no minimum standards, no minimum requirement. So, and there's no consumer protection either because of the type of service that dog training is. There's no recourse. There's no recourse if it didn't work or if you were told something that harmed you or your dog. There's really no recourse because unfortunately, dogs are considered property in every jurisdiction in the United States. Might be different in some of the countries abroad. They might be considered sentient brain beings in other countries. I'm not actually sure about that. Why don't you, somebody in the comments can let me know if you live in a country where dogs are considered sentient beings. But here in the U.S., they're property with no more rights than what a pair of shoes or a Louis Vuitton handbag. Do they make Louis Vuitton handbags? Yeah, they do. Anyway, yeah. And because dogs don't really have much of a resale value, like in the way that a designer pair of shoes or bag would have. You know, and we don't like to think about these things because our dogs are like our family members. We don't like to think of them as being tangible objects. But unfortunately, under the law, that is the case. So, again, the secret that dog trainers don't want you to know is that they're winging it. There is no one absolute that is going to work for all dogs. There just isn't. Everything has to be tweaked and modified to fit the individual dog. Now, this is not saying that means a method doesn't work, because I hear a lot of that about positive reinforcement doesn't work on, all dogs. It's not that. It's not that, because positive reinforcement does work on every animal, including humans. So it's not that, but it's how you apply it, and also the knowledge and the techniques and the availability of a way to apply it, and the environment, the skill set of the trainer. All of that comes into play. There's so many factors that come into play. So it's not that positive reinforcement doesn't work, or this doesn't work, or that doesn't work. It's just that it may not work in the way that it is applied to your particular situation. And like I said, based on any number of factors that I just mentioned. So, moral to the story. You don't have to feel bad about it. And you don't have to feel bad about walking away from a trainer that you didn't feel was really vibing with you. That's perfectly fine. There should be no hard feelings, and that trainer should not shame you or make you feel bad about it either. All right. So, but I'm here to empower you, and I hope to do a lot more videos where there will be some revelations that is going to help the average dog owner kind of wade through and find the best, not only training plan, but living plan for you and your dog. Have a good day.